Food, drink and great company. That's what this time of the year is all about. Today, we bring to you a culinary experience for all the senses, aimed at exciting and inspire you with ideas for your family celebrations, packed with tips and suggestions regarding my personal and professional passion, wine. With this guide, I will strive to help you understand how to pair your dishes with drinks that will complement and enhance them, suggest innovative ideas on cocktails and starters, and share morsels of knowledge and anecdotes to discuss with your guests around the dinner table. Today, I have the pleasure of bringing to you Chef Héctor Romero, a Sevillian-born chef with many years of local experience, who has broken into the culinary scene with passion and great creativity. He is truly an up-and-coming talent and has prepared some exciting and thought-provoking dishes tonight for me to pair. So here's to wishing all of you a great festive season and a happy new year. And remember, always enjoy your drinks in moderation. We're going to start with a cocktail, okay? A welcome cocktail, a classic welcome cocktail, which is a mimosa cocktail. Mimosa cocktail is traditionally citrus juice, normally orange juice, with champagne. In this case, we change it a little bit. You'll see now that we've done something a bit special. We're going to welcome our guests with a traditional cocktail, it's a mimosa cocktail. Mimosa cocktail traditionally is a citrus juice, normally orange juice, with champagne. In this case, we changed it a little bit, so instead of using just orange juice, Héctor has used a technique called espherification with orange gin, in this case Tanqueray Flor de Sevilla, which is a fantastic gin. He's done some spheres. ¿Cómo has hecho las esferas?
Nada, es un simple caviar de naranja, como dices, acompañado con ginebra Tanqueray de Sevilla.
It's like a bath of agar-agar, que agar-agar es un alga, ¿no?
Un alga, sí.
It's a kind of algae, and then he puts drops of this of the gin with orange, and it will create like drops, like spheres, like almost like caviar. So on top of this, we're going to put some candy floss. In this case is orange blossom candy floss. And together with the mimosa cocktail, we're going to serve some roasted almonds. And these almonds have been roasted with rosemary honey and paprika. In this case, a very famous paprika, which is pimentón de la vera, and then covered in edible gold. So it's a way to start the evening with a bit of style, a bit of bling. So what you will find in your glass is pearls of orange gin. In this case, we use a fantastic gin which is called Tanqueray Flor de Sevilla, which has a very nice orange flavor. And then you will find some cotton candy, some candy floss, which is flavored with orange blossom. Okay. So instead of using traditional, orange juice, we've done it a bit different. What happens is that candy floss, that pearl, it's got a good amount of sweetness. So I've chosen a very, very dry champagne. Okay, so this Mandois Brut Zero. So champagne is a wine that the fermentation happens inside the bottle. That's how the CO2, the gas, is created. That's why you've probably seen that in champagne wineries, the bottles are like this, and from time to time, one man comes and does like this, moves it around, because during fermentation, there are three produce of the fermentation. One is CO2, the gas that you will find in champagne. Another one is alcohol, and the third is sediment. So you don't want those sediments in the final product. So what they do is by pressure, they take those sediments out. Okay. In this case, it's done the traditional way, what the French call à la volée. They take those sediments, but obviously when you take those sediments, the bottle is not full. They fill it what they call the licor d'expedition, which is must, is grape must. Depending on the sweetness of that must, you create a champagne which is more or less sweet, which is brut, which is demi-sec, it depends. In this case, there's no licor d'expedition at all. It's pure champagne. They don't add any grape must, and it's a way that the family Mandois used to do the champagne for them to consume. So Héctor, what are we going to start with? ¿Con qué empezamos?
Empezamos con un plato a base de atún, el que hemos llamado fondo marino.
Okay, so he's preparing a tuna dish. It's a tuna tartar, and for that he's used three different techniques. So it's sterilization, dehydration, and maceration.
La esterilización, hemos utilizado rocas de marina, de las playas de aquí de nosotros, y las hemos tenido durante 24 horas bañadas en agua y horneadas a baja temperatura con especias como son el cardamomo, la canela, el anís estrellado, piel de limón, piel de naranja.
So these are rocks that have been sterilized, and then he's put in the oven for a long time at low temperature together with some spices like star anise, cardamom, cinnamon, orange peel to give the aromas, and that will influence the experience when eating the dish. Obviously you won't eat the rocks, but you will get all these aromas infusing the dish.
Y la segunda que es, hemos utilizado algas marinas como son el espárrago marino y la lechuga de mar. Se ha deshidratado y se ha mezclado con frutos secos como son pipas de calabaza, nueces, castañas, varias frutas secas.
So it's a mixture of dehydrated algae or seaweed, different types of seaweed, together with seeds and nuts. He's blended them, and that would be where the tuna would be coated with this base.
Y ahora la tercera es el atún, que lo hemos tenido cortado y aliñado con el chili dulce.
Y es crudo, ¿verdad?
Sí, es crudo, es un tartar de atún rojo. Sal, pimienta y chili dulce. Una vez que está eso, se ha tenido durante 4 horas metido en salsa de soja dulce.
Okay, so the tuna, the raw tuna tartar, is been mixed with sweet chili, soy sauce, and then it's been macerating for 4 hours in that same blend to get all the flavors. So it's giving it a bit of a Christmas touch by adding a dressing that will be poured on top based on cranberry. Which gives it a bit of a festive touch to the dish. Right, so for the first wine, I've chosen a Amontillado. This Amontillado is from González Valles, so it's one of the wineries that have been supplying wines to Gibraltar for the longest. Since the 19th century, it's been supplying Gibraltar with wines. So if you visit the winery, you can have a look at the historic archives, and they have a lot of documents from the 19th century supplying wines to Gibraltar. In this case, Del Duque is one of the older Amontillados. It's more than 30 years old, and it's a wine that is very, very complex. Amontillado is a wine that starts its life as a fino, so it ages in barrels under a layer of yeast called velo de flor, and after around 10 to 12 years, that layer of yeast that consumes sugars, consumes nutrients, starts to disappear because there's no more nutrients in the wine, there's no more sugars, and also because of the evaporation, water evaporates, alcohol concentrates, and when alcohol goes up, that yeast starts to die. The color is because of that contact with the air. The yeast disappears and starts oxidating. That affects the color, but also affects the aroma and the flavor. So the first dish is tuna. It's a tuna tartare. An Amontillado, it's a wine that can cope very well with a meaty fish like tuna, and it's because it's got those strong flavor, those pungent flavors of the soy sauce, of the sweet chili. The Amontillado is a perfect combination, I believe.